is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yes, and welcome to episode 570, Common Eastern Swamp Froglet. You'll find out why pretty soon in the episode. Some juicy stuff. I mean, Belle may have been caught up with some drug money. She may have a target on the back of her head, so you'll hear that.
It's all good, it's all good.
Also,
if I'm not here tomorrow, we know why.
And, Ben was over at my place for dinner and something happened. Something foolish.
Something foolish.
Something foolish. That's the first thing you'll hear.
Tomfoolery.
Before we, some Tom Wren foolery.
That's a bit of a deep cut.
Way too deep cut.
Yeah. Obviously, Tom Wren, not our last sport guy, the sport guy before that, and, also on a show called Hello SA and Channel 9 in South Australia.
Anyone in South Australia who watches Channel 9 sport would have found that funny.
Or listens to the 5AA 5:30am show.
No, I'm just saying, this morning, we're all wearing very comfortable jumpers, which is nice.
Yeah, it's good. We dress for comfort. We're not TV people.
Yeah.
Too ugly for that. That being said, we are going to be on Studio 10 this week, I think.
Is that still happening?
I don't know.
Yes, and not Studio 10.
I think Studio 10. It's like the morning show on
Yes.
Who's the guy that does it?
It's not. I don't think it's Joe Hildebrand
It's
anymore.
not Hildebrand?
It's the Irish guy.
There's
like the sexy Irish guy who all the mums love.
Yeah.
Hang
It's
on,
him.
who are we on with?
The Irish guy.
You didn't mean the chef. You didn't mean Colin.
Colin Fastnitch. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not Fastnitch. No.
Fastnitch.
Fastnitch.
Okay.
Tom, do you know the Irish guy and the
Tristan McManus.
Tristan McManus.
Tom's a newer member of the team, and normally we'd ask producer Andy for something like that, but he's in another room at the moment. Tristan McManus. Yeah,
Is he
To be
related
fair,
to Rove?
I don't know if Andy would have known Tristan McManus.
No way would I have known.
There he is.
Hey, Andy, you're back. Hey, I think...
He is now.
Yeah.
Look, I think we've probably rambled on about Tristan McManus a little too long. Let's get into the actual podcast, guys? The show that we just did for the last 3 hours.
And don't worry, there will be, if we go on Studio 10, there will be an entire off-air podcast dedicated to going on that experience.
On the ins and outs, the behind the scenes of Tristan, what he was like,
I wouldn't mind getting
He's got a
Hildebrand
tat
on.
sleeve.
Yeah,
Under
he's
the
a
suit.
hunk. He's a hunk. Yeah. He'd beat Joe Hildebrand up, that's for sure. Man, that'd be a great Studio 10 segment, wouldn't it? Like, they get out and they have like a jelly wrestle on in front of the couch.
Yeah. All right,
enjoy the pod.
I was disgusted by what I saw happening at your house yesterday.
Yeah, I knew this would come up.
I came over kind of like for an early dinner, I guess. It was kind of like early, like 4 o'clock I got there.
Sorry,
Okay.
Belle.
Where was I? Where's my invite?
Sorry, I didn't realize I had to invite you.
It's lads' night.
More of a boys' one. But yeah, I'll be sure to invite you next time. Sorry, Belle.
No, it's too late now.
So I popped over, about 4 o'clock, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Did you want to tell everyone what you did?
Oh, well, yeah, and I knew, so I was going to cancel it because I thought, the guy will be late and then he'll be there at the same time you're there and then you'll just pay me out for it. But, I got a man in, got an Airtasker man in to do a little job around my house.
It blows me away. So if you didn't know, just to get you up to speed, if you're new to the show and you don't know what's going on, Liam is the one who is absolutely useless at things around the house. And it never fails to amaze me the things you'll get people to do for you on Airtasker. Simple tasks that anyone can do for free, but you pay someone to come over and do it.
Well, that's it. You got to spend money to make money, and it makes the world go round. And I mean, it's someone else's job. So if they're getting paid, they're happy. It's putting food on the table. And sort of, and I can't do it. So I feel like it's a good service.
What did you get them to do?
Got him to hang the TV up.
Are you serious? Like on a bracket?
What? So you could hang your own TV up?
My partner Luke can definitely hang the TV up.
I don't have a partner called Luke, so I need to get a man in. I need to get a man. I can't do that.
How much did you pay?
It was $100. But
Oh my God.
I mean, there's the travel time. He's got to bring the tools. I think it was quite reasonable.
It's easy. You just find the stud.
It's not easy.
It is easy.
I can't even lift the thing myself.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's heavy. It's, and if I do it wrong, then the TV is going to smash. And what if someone's walking past it and it kills them? Do you know what I mean? Like these are all the things running through my
And
head.
you trust a random guy off Airtasker. He's definitely not qualified.
Well, he had pretty good ratings, so I trusted him more than I had. For starters, he has a toolbox, so that helps.
How big is this TV?
I mean, it's an 80 80-incher.
Wow.
Ooh, someone's doing well.
It was, it wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. 80 inches is big enough to kill your fiancée, Sarah.
Yeah, well, that's it. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want him to die because of my hand. It's funny. I'm not a real handyman. I can't do stuff. But it's, when someone dies, then that's it.
The other thing is, though, if you knew Ben was coming around, why didn't you get Ben to do it?
Because then he'd pay me out. That's why I wanted to secretly get the man to do it, and then he'd come and go, "Oh, TV looks good," and I go, "Yeah," and knocked that one out this morning.
You know what I'm going to do? It'll be a really long gag, but I'm gonna start doing Airtasker jobs.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a good score in the hopes that one day I'll get your job and I'll rock up.
You know what? That isn't even the easiest job that I called in.
What else have you got him to do?
Well, there was another job that I had to get done around my house that you said you did say you were going to come around on Sunday and you could do it for me.
You didn't, did you?
Because we've recently moved house, so this is why we had to, the TV has to be put up and that sort of, we've obviously moved to Melbourne, so, I had a little connection issue. I was fighting around with it for a while, but I couldn't work it out, so I, got a man in to, connect up the washing machine.
Oh my God.
That is the easiest job in the house.
I needed it.
You just screw it on.
That's
And then the hose goes into the hose.
Yeah.
Well, there's the dirty water one, and then there's the other one.
The dirty water one goes into the sink and the other one connects to the tap.
Yeah, I didn't know which was which. And then, I also I think I needed like this nozzle thing that I didn't have that. So.
Did the guy have it?
The guy had the nozzle. Yeah.
How much did you pay for that?
Oh, that was a cheap one. That was like $40.
It's just a waste of time.
He was just around the corner. No, he was literally like, I'm like literally like live close by, so.
All right, let's do this morning, Melbourne. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. We'd love to know what you got someone to do on Airtasker. If you give us a buzz, if you can beat Liam, 13 24 10.
Amy, is this something that you use as well? Are you a bit of an Airtasker?
Yes, I used Airtasker to rebuild all of my son's Lego when we moved house.
Oh,
oh my God.
It cost me $100, but it was money well spent. If you think about your hourly rate that you get paid at work, and if I equate that to how long it would have taken us to rebuild, like to sort through all of the random Lego and to rebuild all of the different kits, I feel like it's money well spent. Like, that's time that I could spend doing something else. So that's my justification.
Did you get them to rebuild it? You said because you moved house, but is that so your son never knew that you had to take it apart? Did you do it in secret?
Yeah.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So they actually sorted through it all, rebuilt everything, brought it back to me, and they actually listed all of the parts that were missing so I could go to a Lego shop and just buy the missing parts.
Whoa.
So it was great.
I mean, that actually seems like a big job for $100.
Yeah.
Also, like, isn't the whole point of Lego to have fun building it? Like, isn't that, like, I mean, if you just wanted it finished, like, why
And your
wouldn't you
son
just buy a
comes back
toy?
to it and goes, wow, this whole thing moves now. This is like next level.
Mark joins us now. So you've used Airtasker a fair bit. Have you used it for an easy job?
I've just used it once. My wife went away with her girlfriends for the weekend, and my job was to do the washing and the ironing, but I don't ever really do that. So I just got someone from Airtasker to come and do the ironing for me. There was a lot of ironing. And when my wife got back, she was very impressed with my ironing skills.
Imagine, Mark. Oh, my God.
How much did you pay?
Lucky me.
How much did you pay to get the ironing done?
I paid $75 to get the ironing done.
Wow.
That's pretty good, though, isn't it? Like,
But what are you doing in that time, Mark? You're just sitting there on the couch watching them?
He
Like, I
still
find
wanna
that
do it.
so awkward.
I like that. Mark's on the couch with a beer. He's just racking up his brownie points. He's, ooh, yeah, she's going to love this. It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10. Still a few phone lines free for this one, so 13 24 10. Get in touch. Belle's your microphone working now?
Is it working? Am I here?
Yeah, guys.
Yay, I'm back.
We're all on. Good morning to Con. How you doing?
Good morning, legends. How are we?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that's nice to say legends when you've only known us for like a week, right? I appreciate that.
No worries, mate. You'll become legends sooner or later.
All right, we all do. Or you live long enough to become the villain. Batman. Okay, let's get into it. Telstra have apologised for a massive online data leak. Which other telco had a data leak back in October?
That'd be Optus.
That's the one. Year 12 students will get their ATARs this morning. What was your ATAR, Con?
Below zero.
But it doesn't matter. You know, you're here anyway.
Yeah.
The finale of White Lotus drops today on Netflix. A lotus is a type of what?
Flower?
It's good. It's good. Experts are warning that the AI app that has been going viral online is actually also a massive data leak risk. What does AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence?
Mate, you're full of
Killing
intelligence.
it.
I reckon you know. Did you drop out or of school?
Just a lot of cheat notes.
Yeah, I was going to say you're a pretty switched on guy. I mean, I'm not buying this whole zero ATAR thing.
Let's see if you can go 5 for 5 this morning.
Oh, here we go.
Billy Joel, big Billy Joel, packed out the MCG on Saturday night. Can you finish these lyrics?
She was living in a white town world?
No.
Close, but no cigar. Ben from Pakenham, can you finish the lyrics?
Yeah, been right up with
No good.
All right, we've got more phone lines free, 13 24 10. If you know the lyrics, call up right now.
Although I don't think we're going to need you because I got a good feeling about Michael finishing these lyrics.
she's been living in an uptown world.
I take it you weren't front row on Saturday, Michael. Doesn't really sound like the biggest Billy Joel fan, but you've been to a pub before, so that's good. Well, thanks, mate. You've won the 16 quiz. You also get to pick the next song we play. So would you like to hear this one this morning? Gorillas, Feel Good Inc. We had a bit of trouble lugging that one off last week.
And we're saying it's a great song.
It's an awesome
great.
song. No one's picking it.
Yeah, I heard it all last week.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have the power. You could pick that, or you can go John Mayer.
It's hard to beat the system when we're standing at a distance, so we keep waiting.
Great song.
Depends what vibe you're after this morning, Michael.
Yeah, we got to show the Gorillas some love. We got to.
Yes.
Yeah, good man. Finally. Okay, John Mayer lives to see another day.
What did you see on a tram? Because on Saturday night, MCG, 70,000 people all there to see Billy Joel.
I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life.
I just sat out the front for a bit to have a little listen. Couldn't get tickets. It's completely sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, obviously everyone wants to go see that gig.
everyone wants to go see it. Everyone very excited. And something pretty cool happened on the way into the gig. Reports that it's happening on all transport, but there was a video doing the rounds, specifically on a tram, of everyone singing Billy Joel. Granted, not singing it very well, but giving it a red hot crack.
And our next COVID wave will be very shortly.
It kind of feels like in the movies, you know, when they're like, oh no, there's a missile coming to Earth, and everyone's like crying, and then someone stands up in the tram and goes, sing us a song, you know, and then everyone sort of starts, you know what I mean? And like everyone's sort of getting along with it.
It does.
And to be honest, that was before the gig, so people are jovial heading in.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the audio of like, we didn't start the fire on the way home, and you know, there's spew and people are just like blind.
Well, look, we can't sweeten the deal with tickets to see Billy Joel because the show's done and dusted, but we can give you tickets to go see Ed Sheeran if you have a story to share.
Yeah, which is also at the MCG. That's on Thursday, March 2nd and Friday, March 3rd. Tickets on sale now. Details at frontiertouring.com.
So look, we're looking for good things. We're also looking for bad things. I'd love to know what you saw on a tram.
Oh, and it's inside the tram or what you witnessed from inside a tram outside. We'll take that.
As long as there's a tram involved, I'm
A tram
happy.
went past.
Emma joins us now from Blackburn. What did you see on the tram?
Morning, guys. I didn't see it, but my father-in-law, many, many years ago, legend has it, was trying to impress a girl and ran to catch the tram, and he got hit.
Was he okay?
What was he doing to impress her, though?
Yeah.
Running for the tram?
I can catch the train.
I don't know. This story's been told many, many times, and I'm not sure. He didn't win the girl, and he did get hit by the tram.
Or maybe,
no.
or maybe that was like he was trying to prove, like, I'm such a good footy player, like, he'd be hit by a tram.
Maybe.
Like, I'd still be able to get
I
up.
wonder if that was the start of when they started doing those rhino ads.
Yeah.
40 rhinos on skateboards.
Yeah.
This is
What, in
your
the
father-in-law. Yeah, maybe. Julie joins us now in Werribee. What did you see?
Oh, hi, how you going? I saw the Queen when she came in about 10 years ago. I was standing on Queen's Bridge waiting for her and Philip to come past on the tram.
Yeah.
And I made sure I wore a bright red jacket. And so when she glanced my way, I started waving frantically, and she waved back. And it must have been something weird about the way she waved, because Philip turned around to see what she was looking at. So it was really good. I got to see both of them.
Very nice.
And nice to know they use public transport like this. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
and obviously,
They're keeping it real. Keeping it real.
well,
Yeah.
it is cheaper for them. Obviously they're not with us anymore, but pensioners, like they
Yeah.
get the discount. So you'd want to stand up for the Queen if she was on the tram. That'd be a bit rude.
Thanks, Julie. Glenn in Clyde. What did you see on the tram?
I saw a marriage proposal.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
How did it go down?
They had as many of their friends sneak on as they could. They picked up the couple at the next stop, and he surprised her when they took their seat.
That's actually kind of nice. So all the friends and family were sort of on the tram at the time.
Glenn,
Yeah.
nice. Which tram line was this? Where was it?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I wonder if the tram
One of the
had
city
a
ones.
special significance,
Maybe they
or was
met
it just
on the
cheap?
tram?
Maybe. It seems like a cheap way to do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it on the tram.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you're into your public transport. You love the tram. You catch it to work every day.
Because I can't afford a car.
I thought this would be a good spot for it. I mean, you could have picked a restaurant, man. I mean, come on.
That's a cute idea. Guys, how beautiful was the weather on Saturday here in Melbourne? Absolutely gorgeous. It was possibly the most perfect day that I had with my partner in a long time, and I thought it couldn't get any better. But we did almost become instant millionaires.
Wow.
On our drive home from the Yarra Valley.
You're kidding.
We thought we'll head up to the Yarra, we'll go up there, we'll go to some wineries, we'll make the most of the beautiful sun. And on our way back home, I'm classic me, I fall asleep at the drop of a hat. Like, I just fell asleep straight away.
Which is
in
a
the car.
worry when you're driving.
No, Luke was driving. And I started having a nap, and Luke obviously decided to take some sort of, weird dirt road shortcut back. And I woke up to him suddenly slamming on the brakes.
Yeah.
And I just woke up and went, oh my gosh, what's happening? What are you doing? What happened?
That
Did
is
you
the
hit something?
worst way to wake up, hey. I've had that, like, after long, road trips or festivals, whatever, and you're asleep, and if you wake up to a car screeching, you're like, I'm going to die.
Oh,
Like, that's
absolutely.
your instant reaction.
Absolutely. And also my instant reaction is, what are you doing, Luke? What have you done?
Yeah.
But he just started yelling, and he went, look in front of us. Look what's happened. And I looked, and I said, yeah, there's a guy pulled over in a ute. And he said, there's all these $100 notes. There's money flying everywhere. And then
Are
I
you
looked,
for real?
and there was $100 and $50 notes flying everywhere out of this guy's car. Like,
Whoa.
not fake ones, real ones.
Yeah.
So I just said, what do we do? And Luke said, I'm pulling over. So he pulled over, and the guy obviously just realised as well. He pulled over. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're on this weird dirt track.
Yeah.
And we jumped out of the car, and I said, well, what are we doing? He goes, just pick up as many as you can. And it was honestly like something out of a film. Like, it was something out of like a James Bond
That's
movie.
crazy.
And so we're running around, and we're picking up these $100 notes. Like, I'm talking over $2,000-$3,000
Yeah.
worth. And I was giving them to him, and then he ran up to the guy, and the guy, I thought in that moment, oh no, he thought we'd gotten out to start stealing them. So then he grabs them off Luke, didn't say thank you, and he said, oh, grabbed them off him, jumped back in his car, and we kind of stood there as this guy sped off.
Yeah.
And we were like, did we just help someone who's robbed?
Is it? Yeah. I mean, it
How did you-
seems like drug money, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
and how
does.
did you even know that was his in the first place? Maybe he just got there first and he was picking it all up, and then he thought you'd
Maybe.
Or was it? Yeah. So what was it coming out of? Like a duffel bag or something?
So this is the thing. So we started saying, where did it come from in his car? Because he obviously had put his window down and it started blowing out. So was it on his dash? Was it on the middle console? But we stood there kind of in shock, and I went, that was weird. That was something that you never see.
Yeah.
And then we started driving slowly, and then Luke turned to me and said, did we get them all? Should we go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, let's go back.
Yeah.
Turned around, went back, didn't find anything.
There was a man wrapped in a rug by the side of the road. So, yeah. Beautiful weather over the weekend. On Friday night, I went to the Sydney Myer Music Bowl and saw Paul Kelly. Can't go wrong with Uncle Paul. Amel and the Sniffers played before. It's the Astronaut. You had Paul Kelly. He was like sort of sitting in the crowd with everyone, just like with a daggy hoodie on, just watching all the warm-up acts. Couldn't love that guy more. And look, obviously there's people of all different ages, cultures, creeds who get around Paul Kelly, especially around Christmas time. He sells a lot of tickets. And, that was pretty obvious when I was in the toilet halfway through the gig, right? Just at the trough there. And it's all pretty crammed in, at these sorts of gigs. And I was rubbing shoulders with someone. You tend not to make too much eye contact with any eye in that room. And, you wouldn't believe this. So there was a guy who was like just a tiny bit shorter than me. And as I was sort of turning around, zipping up and walking away, no way, I was weeing next to Eddie Betts.
Eddie! Escaped! Eddie Betts!
Eddie Betts' pocket. Just, Carlton legend, Crows legend, AFL legend, Australian legend.
Did you talk to him?
No, but the funny thing is when I was washing my hands, the next guy who went into the spot I was in literally was like, "Oh, hey Eddie, how you doing?" And like touched him on the back, and he was like, "Good mate, good." And I'm like, "Poor guy, man." Like he would just get hassled constantly for photos and stuff, but he was really nice. But I'm like, he's literally
There's a time and a place though.
There's a time and a place.
Is not it.
And then another dude saw him and tried to like shake his hand. He hadn't even washed his hands yet. Maybe that's why he wanted to.
I mean, I was going to say,
well, I'm never washing this again, Eddie. Thank you.
That's pretty cool though, saying you've weed next to Eddie Betts.
I know.
I've also weed next to a sports star before.
Really?
Actually.
Eddie Betts?
Not Eddie.
I'd be a bit worried.
Be a bit weird, yes. No, a few years ago, it was during the Australian Open. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was at the Garden State Hotel just in the city, and the toilets there, beautiful toilets, beautiful hotel as well. And Venus Williams was in the toilets.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Post-match, like
Venus.
just having, and so everyone, of course, was like, Venus is in the girls' toilets, Venus is in the girls' toilets.
That's big.
Oh, yeah, but then it went around so quick. So as soon as she walked out of the toilets, everyone was just standing there staring, waiting.
Should we do this morning? 13, 24, 10. Who have you weed next to?
I love that.
Whether it was Venus Williams, Eddie Betts.
Yeah.
I mean, for men with the trough situation, it's a little more intimate, like you really are next to them. But I'm happy if you're like a cubicle away.
Oh, for sure.
Or, you're in the same bathroom. It's still pretty exciting stuff.
This is your time to have a humble brag on the radio for all of Melbourne to hear. 13 24 10 is our number. Meg in Hampton, who'd you wee next to?
Well, I was at a award show and I was busting to go to the toilet and I couldn't find the main ones. I don't know, it must be in the wrong ones. But I went down and the door wouldn't lock. Yeah. So I just went to the toilet really quickly and the door slammed open and Pamela Anderson was coming into my toilet.
Oh!
Pam Anderson. That's huge. Just by herself or?
Yeah. Oh, there was like a lineup outside the toilet, but she just walked in and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And she was so lovely after we had a bit of a chat.
Wow, Pam walked in on you. That's great.
That's a good one, yeah.
Courtney joins us now. Who did you wee next to?
I wee next to Paris Hilton in Monaco.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, walk us through. How was she?
Well, she actually had toilet paper stuck on the bottom of her shoe. She walked out the toilet and I helped her get it off her shoe. So we were, I was working on a yacht in Monaco and we were just docked at the dock there and we, stopped and went to this bar and she was just in there walking out of the loo with toilet paper on her shoe. So.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool job, though. So did you used to work on a yacht with, like, celebrities and stuff on the yacht?
I was with the family. I was a nanny on the yacht and, but we'd run into celebrities everywhere.
Obviously,
quite
real,
exciting.
real rich family. I mean, can you get into some of the other? I'll level with you. There's not many more calls for who you're away with. So, Courtney, I mean, since you're here, because so far, I thought we'd have people.
Yeah,
like,
everyone can
we need
do
some
it.
people like Hungry Jacks and stuff, but it's all been like, I was working in New York or Monaco. But is there anyone else you saw in your nannying travels that you could tell us about?
No one like, A grade.
Okay.
Just sort of like, people here and there. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was loads of fun.
I'm not going to pressure you anymore if you don't answer this time, but if there's like did you see a B or C grade celebrity? Just anything, anyone walking around.
Oh, there were some tennis players, other ones. I know you had the Serena and Venus. But just a few, yeah.
Oh, good stuff, Courtney. Well, thank you so much for your time this morning. I feel like there wasn't any more celebrities. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she also...
tons. There's tons. Can I press you for a name? Can't do it.
Yeah, but it sounded good. She worked on a yacht with a rich family.
Well, do we know she did, or did she make that up?
No,
make
that's
it
the
up.
thing. I suppose sometimes when you're in that ritzy world, you're not allowed to talk about all this. Who knows what Courtney could have seen?
Hey, Saturday night, 70,000 people packed out the MCG to see this great man. Billy Joel. And the night was most special for couple Carl and Sarah, who actually got engaged on the night at the gig. And Carl joins us now. Hello, Carl, and congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So how long have you been together for, Carl?
About 18 months, yeah.
Oh, right. I mean, that's pretty
So I'm a bit croaky. Just woke up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you obviously had a big night of Billy Joel to celebrate after. And so, I mean, you must have known for a while that this is the right thing. I heard that earlier in the day, your partner was actually saying, if you're thinking about, because she must have felt the vibe, if you're thinking about proposing tonight, please don't. At that point, did you think, probably not a good idea to do it in front of 70,000 people?
No, I just committed,
Yeah. Sometimes you got to
I was just like drowning under a highball. I thought, this is it.
Yeah, okay, no, fair. So how is, why did you choose to do it at the gig? How is Billy Joel special to you guys?
So it's Sarah's favourite artist, and she hasn't had a chance to see him yet. So when the tickets came up, I booked them, and we actually live in Perth. So
oh, jeez.
Right.
We flew over on the Saturday morning, came over on the red eye, and Themes from an Italian restaurant is her favourite song as well. So I just thought that was the time. That was the perfect place to do it.
And that is a beautiful song. I think we got a little bit of it here.
Cold beer, hot lights, my sweet romantic teenage nights.
Bit of a slow one, 7-minute burner. In that, though, the couple, they get married, and then they fight over money, and then they get divorced. Did you consider that before popping the question to that song, that might not be the most appropriate one?
No. I knew that was going to be the song for it, and to be honest, I was so nervous about losing the ring that I just committed to it anyway.
Where did you mentioned the ring there. I'm curious because that's a big part of proposing is where you hide the ring, especially on the day.
Imagine if security chucked it out in the bag.
Yeah, where did you hide the ring, Carl?
Well, the box it came in was too big to hide, so I just took it out, put it in my wallet, and then in the last hour, I just had it in my top pocket of my shirt, just sat there. So
is it
the whole
leather
time
wallet?
I was leather wallet, yeah.
Prison
it was
wallet.
It was in no, not the prison wallet. No.
Okay. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. I mean, it's always safer, but
Came back out with the diamond on it,
Yeah.
Well, Carl, I'm so glad that you did just go in for it. You stuck to your gut. Congratulations to both you and Sarah, and thanks so much for coming on.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Carl.
mate. Carl hasn't slept in about 2 days.
He was the most low-energy human I've ever spoken to in my life.
Nice guy.
Yeah,
He's had a big week.
Oh, he's had it. You can tell. That just sounds like someone coming into work and you go, how's your weekend? They go, yeah, not much on. You're like, are you serious? You must have been caning it the last 2 days. Hey, big morning for Year 12s, the VCEs. They're out. At about 7 o'clock this morning, you may have got an email. I don't know if it was a letter back in the day, but with your ATAR result, the all-important result after all those exams and assignments. And for some people, they really do build it up like it's going to dictate their life. That it certainly isn't the case.
Oh, absolutely. I think it comes through, mine came through as a text message. back
very
in
modern.
2012.
I got mine on Snapchat. Obviously, it's a bit of a big deal though. If you want to get into like a specific course in uni and you need that
ATAR is
all-important
everything.
number. But then again, like ours varied. I mean, Ben, you dropped out in like year 5.
Yeah, no, it wasn't year 5, it was year 10.
Okay.
So
how many weeks of year 10 did you do?
11.
11 weeks.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
that's
yeah,
that's barely term 1.
When you talk about VCEs, I have no idea because I never got one.
Can I just ask quickly, Ben?
Yeah.
How did that conversation go 11 weeks into year 10?
Yeah.
How did the conversation go when you just woke up and said, yeah, I'm done?
Well, I was already phasing out. Like, I was already, year 9 was hard, you know what I mean? And
You spent
then,
most of your time at the train station.
yeah, I was already losing interest. And then I remember saying to Dad, I don't want to go to school anymore. And then he said, well, you have to get a full-time job. And then I got a full-time job on the dairy farm, and then I got to leave school.
There you go. Easy as that. Belle, you went to a flashy school.
I went, I'm an MLC girl
And look,
through and
we've-
through.
You got a good ATAR. We all ended up in the same spot.
Hang on, Belle, what's your ATAR?
I'm in the 90s club.
What exactly?
I was like 90 point something.
What'd you get, Liam?
92.
Oh, very good.
Nerd.
So technically the smartest member of the team on paper.
Yeah, but I'm street smart, you know what I mean?
And
You are.
you know your way around another. So that's
we
more
also,
than me.
10 minutes ago, we discovered Liam can't even hang anything on
Yeah.
a wall, whereas Ben can.
Yeah.
So,
This is true.
You know.
This is true. But look, what we wanted to do this morning is maybe just analyze these results a little bit. So what did you get and what do you do? Maybe you got a really, really average ATAR. Like you came out with something around the halfway mark. But then you ended up being a doctor. Like you went back and did more studies and you're like, okay, I'm going to knuckle down this time. You got an incredible job. Or did you get a really, really good score and you just completely wasted it and you've done really nothing?
Well, the way I see it is, think of this as a chance to give some kids this morning that are listening to the radio and they're getting their results.
Yeah.
This is going to give them some hope.
Well, I feel like it levels people out because if you're like, oh, look, how good am I? I've got a great score.
Yep.
That doesn't mean anything yet. And also, if you've got a really bad score, then don't be bummed out because you can still do whatever if you
Yep.
apply yourself. So, what did you get and what do you do?
Yep.
13, 24, 10. If you can sort of roughly remember, if you can think back and remember what you got as your ATAR and you've got a position now, we'd love to know how it all ended up.
Yep, we are, of course, talking about your VCE results. They're coming out today, already out, 7 a.m. What did you get and what do you do?
Jess joins us in Frankston. Good morning. First of all, what did you get? Can you remember?
I remember I was, it's going back now. I finished year 12 in 2003, so that's a bit scary, and it was called an enter score when I got my score, and I got 94, so I was really happy with that. I worked pretty hard.
That's right up there, yeah.
Yeah, and I rub it into my siblings because they dropped out, they didn't finish school, and then my sister, she didn't get as high. So I like to rub that in. But I got into the law degree that I wanted to do, and, I wanted to make lots of money, all that stuff.
Yep.
And a few months into my degree, I absolutely hated it, and I dropped out. So all that hard work and no degree, but I do live to tell the tale. I now, for just something different, I run a church. So totally different. Didn't need to put in all that hard work, but I am looking after people, which I guess is what lawyers do as well.
Yeah. Very interesting journey, Jess.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Well, it sort of seems like it all worked out for you still. Bianca in Ascot Vale, what did you get?
I actually didn't finish year 12, so I don't have an enter score or an ATAR.
And what do you do now?
I am practicing as a lawyer. So
You're a lawyer.
There you go.
There you go. You don't even need to finish year 12 for it.
So how did you go about that then? Did you have to go back to school later in life?
Yeah, so I went back to uni in my early 20s, and I did a year of business and then transferred into commerce and law. And that's it.
Yeah,
Took
right.
Jess's spot in
Yeah.
But you definitely don't need an ATAR. You can do it.
Right. Nigel joins us now, Mooney Ponds. Do you remember what you got?
I got absolutely zero. I'm a bit like you, Dan the man. Year 9, I said.
Sorry, did you say
I
Dan?
was wagging.
Did you say Dan the man?
Nigel, I'm so sorry. His name's Ben. Yeah, I know. It's second
Ben.
week. Ben the man. There's no Dan on this show.
Yeah.
It's
I
Ben
beg your
Lehman.
pardon.
Yeah,
That's all right,
Ben
mate.
Lehman Bell. I understand how it sort of sounds a little bit like Dan Lehman.
Okay, so you did dairy farming, Nigel.
No, a baker. My dad said you can leave school, but get an apprenticeship, and I became a baker. But from there, the world opened up. I've just finished mining after years, and it set me up for life. If you've got a car license, you go west or north, young man, because the opportunities are begging in mining. But as long as you're willing to have a go and not have McDonald's down the road, the opportunities are there, and you become millionaires. Honestly, if you want to have a go.
What I'm getting at is you want me right now to jump in my car and just drive west.
And also that Nigel's a millionaire.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, I got a word of advice for you, Daniel. Get in your car and drive. My name's Ben. Doesn't matter. Drive west, baby.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Well, first up this morning, it seems that we now know how much Mariah Carey has made off this song.
I mean, surely it's a buttload of cash.
I mean, because people joke about the whole, there's the memes with Buble coming out of the cave and Mariah Carey's defrosting around this time of the year. But it's like, no joke. Like, this stuff really gets thrashed, like, every year at this time.
Australian radio would have single-handedly paid for one of her mansions
100%.
with the amount we play the song.
Well, that's the thing. So, of course, she released the song and would have made heaps of money in the moment, but it's every single year what she's now made off the royalties from us spinning this song, plus all the online streams as well. It's averaging, and this is just what people have been calculating online, she averages around $3.6 million a year.
Tidy.
Now, this is just, like I said, just off royalties. So she's sitting at home while we're spinning it. But overall, over $100 million.
Ooh. And whenever someone's making that kind of money, people are being exploited. And in this case, it's retail workers. It's people, it's your people in Kmart, in Target, getting it 20, 30 times a day.
Yeah.
And your ear pain, that's given Mariah Carey money,
And Telstra have apologised after they leaked over 100,000 customers' details.
Not again.
I know, we're getting a bit of deja vu here. It does feel like it only just happened with Optus. But yeah, so Telstra have said that it wasn't so much a hacking, but it was...
What do you mean?
They should have said, yeah, we got hacked.
No, it was less a hacking, more just, was kind of sick of beating Optus, so we wanted everyone to catch up. We just thought we'd drop some data out.
Well, that's the thing. It seems like somebody slipped up, and Telstra have blamed a, quote, misalignment of databases, and then that led to them publishing online people's names, numbers, and addresses.
You know what I think? Bring back 3. The 3?
Yeah. Oh, 3. Well, how? I don't 3 still sponsor, like, the Test cricket team? I'm like, how did 3 mobiles still was like, you see it on cricket, I swear.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
3 never leaked my details. You know what I mean?
Bring back 3. Bring back Crazy John's mobile. These are the brands we know and love. We trusted them.
No, 3 disappeared. 3 doesn't.
Well, bring it back.
Vodafone bought 3. Yeah. So, all right.
Okay, that makes sense.
And finally, the Aussie Frog Sounds album is now number 3 on the ARIA chart.
Sorry, not Crazy Frog. Aussie Frog.
Aussie Frog Sounds. Now, do you guys remember last year we had the endangered bird sounds?
That's right. Is this something that, like, it goes out online, like on Reddit, and people are like, oh, funny, let's all download this album so it gets up in the charts? Well, I like that. I find that funny.
Well, it is. It's 53 frog sounds of species that are endangered, and it is now just behind, on the album chart, just behind Taylor Swift's Midnight.
Wow.
Jeez.
Now, if you want, we can give you an exclusive little preview of what it sounds
well,
like.
I mean, here at Nova, we play the biggest hits. So let's do this.
Here we go. Worldwide exclusive.
Turn your radio. I just need
Nova. Fresh hit first play. You know I need that. Proceed.
Yeah, we know you've been waiting for it, Melbourne. It's been doing big things. Number 3 on the charts, clipping at the heels of Taylor Swift. Here it is for the very first time. It's Common Eastern Swamp Froglet. Let's do this.
Ben, Liam, and Belle. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.